So a question I get a lot from random people in the street is,
how much does a bike like that cost these days?
Today's video is going to start off as a bike check for you BMX guys out there that want to know what I ride, and a price guide for those people that just maybe like your parents or something that are curious how much a bike costs these days. This bike is basically what a professional rider would ride. Not saying I'm a professional, but this is the exact same bike that they would probably ride. So we're going to do a little bit of a comparison between a bike like this versus a stock complete bike you can buy for beginners or just parents out there that are trying to get their kids a bike for whatever occasion. First and foremost, the biggest thing, the frame. I ride a BSD ALYX. This is the 2020 edition, straight from BSD. I got it about a month ago. If you saw the video, you could check that out over here. So I bought it straight from BSD, straight from their website. They offered like a 25% discount or something like that because I guess I just gave them my email. It's fine with me. It included a headset and a t-shirt. Even though I could get a Merritt headset, I ride the BSD one because it was free. It came with the frame. That cost me $310 with the shipping, with the headset and a t-shirt included. So yeah, I think that was a great deal. I don't know if they're still having that promo up. Next, the fork. I ride a ODYSSEY R32 fork, one of the best forks out there. ODYSSEY's been doing it for a long time, lifetime warranty also, so you can't really beat that. They're retailing right now for $135. There's some forks that are slightly cheaper out there, but the way that the process is done with these forks is just so much better, so much stronger. If you can't afford it, totally do you, but I highly recommend it. The handlebars. I ride the Andre the Giant Merritt bars. They come in a 9¼ inch rise. I'm not a big fan of big bars. So what I actually did here was I decided to run my headset cap on top of the stem, even though I hate risking hitting your knee on the stem, but I wear knee pads anyway, so it's all good. I really like a little bit lower bars. I think maybe it has something to do with my big monkey arms here. These bars retail for $70. Average cost of bars these days is at least, I think, $50. So you are looking in the $50 to $70 range. Grips. I ride the blue Billy Perry grips, Tar Heel blue. They're about $11. Most grips these days are in the like $11, $14 range. So plus they come with bar ends. These will save your life. Next, the stem. I ride the older Mark I Merritt stem, top load stem. This was one of their first stems that they made. And I'm not a huge fan, like I already said, of big, taller bars. So I really wanted to run the older version of this stem, and I'm probably gonna hold on to it for as long as I can. But stems these days are around probably in the $50 to $60 range as well. I do recommend buying a better stem versus like a cheap one, just because these stronger stems, they grip your bars way better. I've seen some stock stems, I tighten them as tight as I can, and it still just slips after a bunny hop. So I highly recommend, if you do buy a stock bike, a stock complete bike, you do upgrade your stem to something a little bit better. Spend the 50 bucks, whatever it is, you'll have a better stem. Might as well finish off with the front wheel here. My front wheel, it's a customized wheel. I'm running the Merritt non-stop front hub with an ODYSSEY Hazard light rim. Although this is a customized wheel, probably costs the same amount as a complete front wheel these days, which is around $185. Probably looking around that price for a complete front wheel, maybe $160 to $200. Around there. I run the front Merritt hub guards. They're about $10 each, and you will need two if you're riding all 4 pegs or 2 front pegs. If you only need one, they're $10 each, so 10 to 20 bucks depending on how many you need. The pegs, I run the Merritt GFE plastic pegs, the Brandon Vegans, the 4¼ in the front and the 4.75s in the back. Longer pegs in the back than the front because for feebles and crooked grinds or whatever, just having that little extra room helps stay on the object, the rail or the ledge, whatever you're grinding. The pegs come at $22 each. A lot of pegs these days are sold individually. If you're running 4 pegs, you're looking at $88 for 4 pegs, but if you're just running 2, $44. Peg prices will vary, especially if you're doing metal versus plastics. Plastics has more materials, so you gotta pay a little bit more for it. If you're on a budget, go with the metals. If you're still debating metal versus plastic, you can watch this video that I did a while ago. It might be outdated, but who cares? Just watch it anyway. Let's go with the tires. I'm running the Merritt FT1 Brian Foster signature tires on the front and back. Really like them for the street. They're pretty light. I don't know how much they weigh exactly, About $30 a tire, and you're definitely gonna need 2 of those. So you're looking at 60 bucks total for just the tires. Tires these days are anywhere between 20 to maybe 30s. You are looking in that price range. Go with these. I love them in the street. They're great for dirt and street. Slowly moving towards the back. I run the Merritt seat. I don't know what model it's called. It's cushiony, but not too heavy either. Along with the Merritt seat post. The seat itself is $35. Seat post is about $25. It's in the same line as a lot of other seats out there. Seat clamp. A lot of bikes these days don't have a seat clamp. It's usually built into the frame, so there's one thing you don't have to buy at least. The pedals. I'm running the Merritt P1 Tar Heel blue pedals. I like the way it accents with my neon going on here. Pedals are around 17 bucks for plastics at least. If you want to make your pedals last longer, remember to mark one side with some spray paint. And that way you could only grind on one side of it, make them last a little bit longer. You could watch the Life Hacks video if you want to learn a little bit more about that. I know I've been saying it, Life Hacks 3, it's coming soon, I promise. Cranks, I run the Merritt 3-piece cranks. They have a lifetime warranty as well. The Merritt cranks are around, I think, 180 bucks. There are some cheaper cranks out there, maybe for like 150, but you might as well pay the extra 30 bucks, get that warranty in there, you know, like lifetime warranty. The sprocket, I run the new Merritt ACKERMAN sprocket in a 28 tooth. I used to run a 25/9 setup, but we would be pedaling in the city all the time and I can't keep up with my friends, they're just gone. Decided to go with the 28, get a little bit more speed in there. This sprocket costs about $40. Sprocket is one thing that you really want to not go too cheap on because a cheaper sprocket will bend and you're just gonna have to get another one. This sprocket's holding up really good. Bottom bracket, that's basically the bearings, you know, for the cranks. The Merritt bottom bracket is $26. It's probably around the same, you know, average price as everyone else out there. So, and bearing's a bearing really, so just get whatever you can. The chain, I run the Merritt half-link chain, AKA the HL1 chain. For $26, I think this is a really great chain. Comes with a lot of links too. Holds up really well, I'm very happy with it. Something else you probably aren't thinking about, tubes. You're gonna need tubes for your tires. So tubes cost about $4 each. You can get them at Walmart. The rear wheel, I run the Merritt Complete Final Drive free coaster wheel. Rim's really, really strong. Their free coaster is one of the best in the market. Pretty much never have to worry about the driver bearing ever anymore. I was having that problem a lot with the KHE geishas back in the day. This complete back wheel is about $275. That's probably gonna be the range of a back wheel that you're looking into. I'm not sure if cassettes are a little bit cheaper. The other great thing about the Merritt back wheel, it comes with the hub guard. So at least the non-drive side hub guard, it comes with it. So at least there's one other thing on the non-drive side that you don't have to buy. On the drive side, I'm running the Cinema outside guard. I don't know what it's really called, especially for the drive side and being my opposite side. It helps a lot with grinding opposite because I used to always get stuck on the chain trying to do like double pegs and ice picks and stuff. Something I forgot to also talk about, this bike is brakeless. If you are looking for a bike with brakes, that's another probably 100 bucks around there. The lever, cable, and the brake setup, pads and all that crap. So if you're trying to be on a budget, ride brakeless. And I think that's it. So after doing the math, this particular bike is gonna cost around $1,600. That's pretty crazy. So on that note, huge shout out to Merritt for hooking me up with these parts. Parts are really expensive and I'm really grateful that they hooked this up for free. You sponsored riders out there, be grateful for this free stuff because this shit is expensive. Let's compare it to a bike like that one. My friend Dan Kim, he got a Kink Downside. I'm actually gonna look it up now and see how much that bike costs. The Downside 2020. Looks like a very similar setup to my bike as far as being brakeless, 4 plastic pegs, free coaster, retails for $500. You might have to replace a couple parts, maybe just like the stem and sprocket, just little things that you want to be a little bit stronger, maybe a stronger chain, just things like that that kind of break a little bit more easily. You might want to upgrade on a complete bike, but I think a complete bike for a beginner especially, this is a great setup for a beginner. Yeah, it's pretty solid as long as you don't mind not having brakes. Comparing that bike to this bike, it's about a $1,000 difference. I hope this was informal, you know, to anyone watching out there. If you're just trying to get into BMX, maybe you want to go with more of a complete setup and then you could always customize or upgrade things as you go. It's not like it's a one set thing where you could never replace the stuff. So I would go with a bike like that. I mean, that's how I started off. I bought a complete dyno NSX and just slowly started upgrading little things. Maybe a stronger back wheel, maybe just, you know, better sprocket, just little things like that I would just break as time went by. Or you can just go nuts and just buy a setup like this for $1,600. It's your call. But hopefully, you know, that helped give you a little insight of how much a bike costs these days. I'm gonna go take a shower and get dressed, and we're gonna go ride in this super hot New Jersey day. Why am I gonna shower if I'm just have to sweat again? I don't know, I'm crazy.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
That's the Colombian Slayer. That's fast. Nah, stop doing it is what it is. What is that sound?
That's what it is.
Yeah, stop that trick. No. She don't hop anymore. That's just useless.
Oh, I know I got you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Ricky.
Yeah, you're a beast. You're a beast.